He's going to choose his cabinet based not on choosing the most qualified person for this important job. He's going to choose the people in his cabinet based on balancing the number of tits with the number of testicles. He has to be stopped. This guy is in the head. This guy is in the head. You could call it courtesy.
I know what you mean, but you should just say it differently.
I guess. You don't treat
I don't
people
respect
with
you.
contempt.
I'm gonna respect you.
You don't treat people with contempt.
I kind of understand it, but I just wouldn't say it that way.
You can kill them, but you can't treat them with contempt. If that makes any sense to you.
Again? With this killing people?
Because the people with the money are going to pay me, and they're also going to pay the people that they give jobs to, right? Like,
Right, that's
so that was it. I
Right.
wanted to. I was hoping I could get rich, maybe even make enough money to buy a house and some land. Who knew? You know,
Same.
you don't know what's going to happen. You just
This is the video
Take a shot.
equivalent of I don't have a brain, boy. I do have a brain.
they attacked me.
Literally, bro.
They
Just a
fucking
random
said
plan,
such
could be nothing,
horrible
could be
things
nothing.
about me. They fucking came into my room while I was asleep and pissed on my clothes.
What? Wait.
What the hell?
It's funny. She showed me her phone, and she had like 40 dick pics that had been sent to her that day. And she thought it was
Nice.
hysterical because my dick was bigger than all the dicks in all the pictures. She had 40 dick pics that day
Lying.
from
He's
men who
lying.
wanted to have sex with her.
That's so
And
funny.
she's lying here next to me, and my dick is bigger than all of their dicks. And she showed me. And I'm like, I'm not fucking gay, I'm not perving on their dicks, but watch pornography. If you watch pornography, you've seen a dick. I have a dick.
What?
All of the dicks are smaller than yours. I'm like, yeah, all of the dicks are smaller than mine.
Healthy relationships.
Here I'm at.
In Canada these days, health is the new morality. They talk about unhealthy relationships and healthy relationships.
Here we go.
And all these fucking woke, feminist, liberal, fatty fucktards.
Right.
They invaded
Incredible
the
drinker,
political
bro.
system, they invaded the education system, they invaded the medical system.
Dude, I've never heard the word ever.
I heard that because I know Eminem used it in that one song.
Bruh, what the fuck?
He's crashing out right now.
And they always talk about healthy relationships. Do you know what a healthy relationship is? A healthy relationship is when a man and a woman pair bond, commit, stand loyal to each other, place the health of the relationship and each other over themselves. They procreate. They have children. They raise their children. They nurture their children. They help their children to be smart, strong, and wise and capable of taking care of themselves. And they help them to get to the point where their children mate. Their daughters find husbands, their sons find wives, and they help their children to follow in their footsteps and have more children. And if you live a good life and you have a healthy relationship, then when you are old, you will be surrounded by your children and your grandchildren,
He's gonna say
and
that
all
I
of
would do
them
that
will have good feelings towards you. They will love and respect you. They will appreciate you. They will be grateful for what you did for them. Your grandchildren will love you and want to hear your stories and be happy when you give them little candies and little toys. And when you die,
Andy.
your spouse is there if they didn't die first. Your children are there. Your grandchildren are there. That is a healthy relationship.
If they didn't die first? What
Healthy
do you mean?
relationship.
Wait.
As in, like,
You stay committed to
Your
each
spouse
other.
will be at your
You stay loyal to each other. You care for each other.
like
You don't just do what you want to do for them because you feel it.
Okay.
You care about each other. And you stay
Seems like
loyal
one video,
to each
one of
other.
my
And you breathe.
Yeah.
And you raise your children.
Going with the mindset of
to
who
pair
Ian
off
is, you know,
and breathe.
he could easily descend into
And that is what a healthy relationship is. And anything that isn't that is not a healthy relationship.
Okay, he's kind of spitting.
It is not
Alright.
and that is what a healthy relationship is.
Hey, broken clocks. Broken clocks.
You stay committed to each other.
You're right.
You stay loyal to each other. You care for each other. You don't just do what you want to do for them because you feel it. You care about each other. And you stay loyal to each other. And you breed. And you raise your children to pair off and breed.
You breathe.
And that
He's
is what a
looking like a
healthy
macho
relationship
man,
is.
Randy Savage.
And anything that isn't
How
that
about you breathe that
is not
bitch?
a
That
healthy
beer.
relationship. It is not a healthy relationship if it doesn't lead to a situation where you and your husband or wife are surrounded by your children and your grandchildren when you get old. Every time I hear the word healthy relationship, I know that I'm talking to a piece of shit.
What?
Every time I hear the words healthy relationship, I know that I'm talking to some fucking nihilistic fucking piece of shit. That I'm talking to one of the fucking hyenas. That
Which one is why? Just the bishop.
That's it.
Why? You're not gonna explain why? What?
Like I said, does not elaborate.
Just drop the mic.
See, now that is bad. I can see why he thinks it's stuff is bad.
Yeah, Ian Foote based, bro. This is ad, bro. Forget that shit, bro. Yo, fat women is about to go so
Oh,
hard.
man.
Oh my god. Ireland, I can tell, bro.
Oh,
You want to hear something fucking horrible?
Yes.
My last common law wife, her name was Sharon. When I met her, she was like struggling to make
Hey,
ends meet.
common law, he said?
She was working as an independent.
this
Is
sounded
he,
like you said Kamala Harris.
Never mind, I'll find the name. Just keep going.
Alright.
Independent graphic designer, and she was running a recovery group for people with eating disorders to try to help them to build up each other's egos or build up each other's confidence and make each other feel good about themselves so that they could become healthy and have healthy relationships with their body and stop starving themselves to death. And I ended up helping her. I respected her for the fact that she cared about these other people. She wasn't concerned about the fact that her apartment was infested with fleas and she didn't have enough money to pay her rent. She was concerned about the fact that she wasn't going to be able to afford to keep her server going, and that all these women, these lonely women with eating disorders and low self-esteem, would end up dying if they didn't have this support network that she built. And I was used to the idea of women fucking taking advantage of me and screwing me over. They always do in the end. They always screw me over in the end.
True.
But I thought to myself, this is a good person. She's not gonna take advantage of me because she's a selfish bitch that doesn't care about anybody but herself.
Yeah, bro.
If I help her,
This nigga like
and it
got
turns
hurt
out that
once, and then like that thing where you like get attracted to like the trauma happen, and he probably just kept on going back to the same toxic kind of woman, and he's just fucking just pain after pain. That's kind of like if you're in this position where you're just like, bro, like it didn't even sound like you got hurt once. Like it sounds like I don't know, bro, because that shit could happen early on, bro. Early on.
she fucking just takes advantage of my kindness and generosity and
Yeah, bro. I just
I
wish
felt
I could
that.
like.
That's the issue, though, right? It's like every relationship he has, it's their fault.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like as much as I want to relate to him, agree with him. Like we're talking about Ian Foote here. Like Ian Foote likes to leave out all the details. You know, he's just ranting. We don't get to actually know what the fuck he's talking about. You know. So we'll see.
disappears in a month. Well, at least I help somebody that's helping other people. And she moved in with me, and I helped her to keep her eating disorder recovery website going, and I was a member of it, and I tried to help these women to feel good about themselves and whatnot.
Bro.
You want to know what the horrible part is?
Oh my god, what is
That's
it?
got the glasses too.
That if she wasn't thin, I wouldn't have dated her.
What?
That if she hadn't developed an eating disorder and lost all that weight, if she hadn't been thin when I met her, I wouldn't have dated her. I don't date fat chicks.
Actually, based on Google skinny one.
That's the
Okay.
horrible part. That's the horrible part, is that I'm attracted to tiny, rail thin women. I like really thin.
Rail thing?
Why do you
That's why I like
say
Asian
that?
women so much.
Like, are we jacking off the
Bruh. Okay. Okay. I said Asian women. That's why I like Asian women so much. Is that the reason why I like Asian women so much? No, I don't think so.
That's why I like Asian women so much.
Because they're
smart.
tiny and they're skinny and frail. Like you.
Because
Are you probably six? You're probably like 6'8", actually.
Yeah, this
My bad.
fucking Arthur
Picture their
Fleck ass
bodies.
nigga, bro?
they're not a bunch of fucking lard asses.
Hard asses.
Lord asses.
They're not a bunch of fucking lard asses.
Lord asses. God.
I don't date fat chicks.
That's some real shit right there, bro. I actually with that one
Huh.
heavy. I don't
Oh,
date fat chicks.
That was
Yeah, I that, bro. You know, I support him in that one. He's like, you know what? This amazing girl, she used to fucking help. She used to help me. She's just amazing. She was an amazing girl. But I would not have dated her if she was a fat bitch. And I don't.
It was 20 pounds.
Have you ever seen this
11 minutes. Okay. Yeah, we gotta strap in for this.
TV show,
Fuck.
Why Women Kill?
No, I haven't seen that shit.
This, like, Jennifer woman.
Why is he watching this shit?
1960s doormat housewife. He's really happy and cuddly and eventually turns dark and murderous. The problem
Just to
there
start barking.
is that she didn't have a hobby. She wasn't creative. She wasn't creative.
Those when you check the nice
He
there.
should have chose a creative woman. If he had chosen a creative woman, then while he was at work doing his thing, she would be at home happily painting a picture or writing a story or composing music or whatever. She'd be doing something creative or something entrepreneurial, a little, you know, her little home-based business,
You know, a little capitalism.
something to keep her occupied.
A little conservatism.
That was the problem right there. I would never, ever, ever try to create a housewife out of one of these feminists and try to have a family with
Okay.
them. Never. No.
Okay.
Jesus.
I would.
I mean, the issue is like watching Why Women
this Jennifer
Kill
woman, this
and taking
doormat
this from her.
1960s housewife. If she was the kind of woman who had a passion,
Like watching a Hitler
creative
documentary and
passion,
then at the end
that
saying,
she
you know
was
what, that
able
guy
to,
just needed a hobby.
keep herself occupied. She didn't get lonely and resentful and all that stuff. That she would, like, her husband goes to work, she does the dishes, she puts the laundry in the machine, and then she goes and works
Get
on
a
whatever
trad
thing
wife.
is that
You want a
she's
trad
creating or
wife.
doing. Sharon was a painter. When she met me and she became my doormat housewife, it was like before she had to struggle trying to find clients and make money
Doormat
as a
house.
graphic designer.
Yeah. He put the air quotes in and everything, so like she literally said that to him.
Damn.
Yeah, really. Or maybe he's like referring to like his interpretation of what they feel. Because this is about guess you could call this a review for the show Why Women Kill. um, Show where no white women have hobbies, which is true.
And now she doesn't have to anymore. All she has to do is cook dinner for herself and her husband and her stepdaughter, make the house nice, which she likes to live in a nice house, so it's nice to live in a nice house. She likes to make the nice house, use my money and make the house nice. And cook me dinner and have sex with me. She finds me sexy anyway, so it wasn't a problem. All she had to do was be the happy little doormat housewife.
Why do you clarify that?
And that doesn't take very long. That only takes a few hours.
I mean, like,
You found me sexy. That's why she was fucking me.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, what came after that is what baffled me.
The happy little doormat housewife. Anyway, so it wasn't a problem. All she had to do was be the happy little doormat housewife. And that doesn't take very long. That only takes a few hours out of the day.
Fucking
It's
double
not
speaking
a
ass
fucking
Ian,
full-time
dude.
job like it was in the 50s when people were fucking
Bro.
cleaning their laundry by rubbing it on a fucking board. She didn't get bored and lonely and create drama and cause trouble and shit like that. She had a husband, she had a daughter, she had a nice house, she had a kitchen with all the appliances, and she didn't resent anything. I was working from home.
Apparently she did, bro. Apparently she
we liked
did.
each other, and she could work on whatever the hell she wanted. And she wasn't like bored and lonely and resentful and angry and fucking looking for distraction and trying to cause drama and sleeping with the neighbor and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
And that was good. That was what I wanted. I didn't want a woman with an education and a career, because it's going to be one of two ways. Either she's going to resent being my housewife, and she's going to fucking want to be my partner and work a 40-hour job while I'm working a 40-hour job, and I don't want that. Or she's going to give up her career, she's going to be the housewife, and then she's going to get bored and lonely and resentful and miss the excitement of the office and all this sort of stuff, and she's going to be pissed off. Either way is bad. Educated, career woman,
I'm not even following
no good
anymore.
Absolutely not. The ones
He doesn't
that
want a bitch with a
creative,
job. He wants a bitch to stay at
the
home.
fucking,
You know how.
Yeah,
that whole
doormat
Dharma and Greg
I
thing,
think
you know?
Yeah.
Someone that's creative
Why call it a
and
doormat
entrepreneurial.
housewife?
If she's the kind of person that likes to knit sweaters and sell them at the flea market on Sundays to make a little bit of money, that's fine, because she can be absorbed in her hobbies. My mom was like that when I was young. She was very, very crafty. She made chocolates, she made jam, she made porcelain, she made a Christmas tree out of ceramics
I hate this
with little
fucking
lights
mom.
in
What's
it.
going on here?
She did toll painting. She did everything. She was extremely creative woman.
And it made me want to beat the fucking shit out of her.
She kept her hands busy. She kept her mind busy. She made cool things. She made the house nice. She made all sorts of crafty, cool little
You know, I'm
things.
actually low-key
There's always
prepared for
something
him
new.
to say something like that.
I like that. I don't fucking like these fucking feminists with their fucking equality and power balance and partnership and their educations and their careers and all that shit. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. And people that, those kinds of women, I don't like them. I don't want to be their friend. I don't want to have sex with them. I don't want to date them. I don't want to marry them. I'll work with them. You know? But that's it.
Yeah.
Awesome software, Ian?
I don't like them at all. I didn't raise my daughter to be like that. I raised my daughter
You
to be
raised
the
your
kind
daughter?
of woman that was.
They didn't raise a daughter.
Yeah, it looked like it kind of felt like he looked directly at me when I said that.
Yeah, he's like, fuck you. He knows, bro. He knows bullshit.
All the skills that you would need on a homestead. Crafty and intelligent. And I tried to give her lots and lots of means of creativity and expression so that she would A, be an attractive mate, the kind of woman that men would find
Number
desirable.
one, most importantly,
And B,
before
the
anything,
kind of woman that if she gets married and she has kids and she has to spend a few hours
So
doing this and
bullshit.
this and this for the kids and the husband, and then now she's got all this extra time in the day, and I raised her to be the kind of woman that will go, well, I know what to do with all this time. I'm going to do a drawing, I'm going to do a painting, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to write a song. That's the kind of person I raised her to be, so that she could be a participant in a healthy relationship.
No, fuck off. You're full
really
of shit. You're a
want
fucking
for
piece
her
of shit, Ian. Fuck
To
you.
have
So she can
what I
fucking
didn't
have all these
have.
hobbies and do all this shit and hella get at it, but she can have a career. She can't even have a fucking career. You said she can.
Yeah, bro.
You literally said that a woman can have a career. This is fucking stupid. You're a fucking piece of shit. Shave your fucking beard.
he also doesn't think she can be an investigative journalist. So
Right, because it's a career. It's a career that he doesn't. Because he doesn't want any woman to have a career. That's really why. That's why he's mad at his daughter, not because of anything she actually did. You know,
yeah, he is. Yeah,
not because she
no,
didn't
he
let that
is.
nigga spoon her anymore.
It is very contradictory to say like, oh, I want my daughter to do this, this, that for her future, and then it's like at the same time, yo, my daughter is too fucking stupid to pursue what she wants. It's also like women gotta be a trad wife. I guess to play devil's advocate, he's not saying that women have to be. He's just saying that's what he wants. He doesn't like. But honestly,
He doesn't want it, but then also he raises his daughter. Like, I mean, it would be cool if that was a relationship preference, but you're like actually instilling these ideas onto your fucking child.
yeah, it's like it's beyond a preference at that point. It's like you're low key projecting an ideology at that point.
He just wants his daughter for himself.
Mm.
Because if I can't
He's
find a
gonna-
wife like this, I'm gonna cultivate one. Yeah.
Yeah. That's not the girl. He did just say something like that too. Let me see.
Had all the skills that you would need on a homestead. Crafty and intelligent.
Yeah. So
I tried to give her
literally.
lots and lots of means of creativity and expression so that she would A, be an
So be an attractive young woman. Why do you even care about that? Why
With a
do you
fat
care?
ass.
Yeah, like why do you care if she's attractive to other people? Like I understand like not wanting her to be ugly or a bad person, shit like that. But like what about it? Like why does she need to be attractive? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, to you. She needs to be your daughter.
yeah, like and remember that's the first
Yeah,
thing.
that-
That's A. That's A. And then B.
I need to look at you and be like, I'd fuck you.
A, you know, we need to cuddle, but not like I'm spooning you or anything. B, you gotta be you gotta be crafty. You gotta learn all of these homestead. You gotta learn all this homestead shit so you can be a crafty and attractive and crafty. I almost said crafty and attractive there. No, no.
lots and lots of means.
This is a Canadian ass
creativity
nigga,
and
bro.
expression.
Homestead and shit.
Homestead. Last time I heard that word was from Zavala in the final shape. Protect, lovely guardian, protect my homestead. Well, okay.
So that she would A, be an attractive mate.
Hey,
The kind of
he's
woman
good there.
that men would
Yeah, A, be an attractive mate. Like, why do you even like? I understand you have this idea of like having children so that they could breed, but like, which I like. I'm not even against, to be fair. I mean, like, I'm down with the euthanization plan for LDS. So that's like we're already beyond that. So like, I just don't understand like why you're encouraging your kid to like be a mate. Like literally what you just said, Robert. Like she should be your daughter, nigga. Like, well, what are we talking about? Like, what do you mean A? Number one, before anything else, she needs to be attractive, mate. B, crafty, traditional, homestead. Nigga, what? What are you on, Ian?
Find desirable.
Fake ass
And B,
fucking Kratos
the
trying
kind
to
of
teach the
woman
Kratos how to
that
fucking
if she
fight.
gets married and she has kids and she has to spend a few hours doing this and this and this for the kids and the husband, and then now she's got all this extra time in the day, and I raised her to be the kind of woman that will go, well, I know what to do with all this time. I'm going to do a drawing, I'm going to do a painting, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to write a song.
Job.
That's the kind of person I raised her to be.
Because she can't do anything.
So that she could be
occupied while
a
her
participant in a healthy relationship.
The traditional housewife
I
relationship.
really did want for her to have what I didn't get to have.
Independent feminist shit.
I wanted her to be able to marry while she's young, have a honeymoon period where she's out having all these exciting young adventures with her husband. See, that's how it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah, but like a traditional husband, right? Not anyone that she deems, not anyone she deems worth loving. Someone you deem worth loving, right? You know, she's got to be all crafty and shit.
Someone with long hair and a trucker's hat and a beard, you know, some guy like that.
Particularly a sunshades of this brand right here. A good brand of sunshades.
Right? Nowadays, everybody, like, they go out and they want to have all their adventures and do crazy things while they're young, and then once they're all fucking tired of that, then they go look for a husband. And men don't want them. Men don't want them. What you're supposed to do is fall in love while you're young and get married and commit to each other and pair bond, sleep together, live in the same fucking house, sleep in the same bed. And then during this honeymoon period, you have your adventures.
Fuck your
You go, you do your exploring. You have all your exciting young experiences together during your honeymoon.
Oh, during your honeymoon.
And then she gets pregnant and the honeymoon's over. And that was what I wanted for my daughter.
Yeah.
And
Maybe we're just too
us
left leaning
stay
for this
together.
ideology. Maybe you're just
To not be like me.
too based for us.
Dude, I feel no, because like even as a Republican, why do you want that for your daughter? Can you just want what your daughter wants? Can you just want what makes your daughter happy and not what you have like?
No.
This is just a random like this is what makes him happy. Like he's thinking about himself, not his daughter. Like he wants his daughter to get hooked up and have, you know, a fucking baby so he can have grandchildren, so he can be surrounded by grandchildren. But he doesn't want her to have a career. He doesn't want her to have investigative journalism. Like
He wants her to compact everything that she thinks is like will make her happy and throw it away for his little idea of his future. It's kind of funny. Like now I'm thinking about like the video's called "Why Women Kill," and he's like actually laying out the perfect means for like why it would almost be justified in a woman just killing a guy.
True. Ultimately,
Yeah.
if my father is talking like this, then it just reinforces this idea that you're kind of put into society with less control, and like this is your purpose and shit like that. And so like, you know, it kind of removes a bit of autonomy that I feel like would be there if, you know, you chose to raise your daughter to be fucking happy before being a fucking tool to make you happy through fucking breeding. Breeding.
Breed, bitch.
That's crazy. Like, you want that for your daughter? You don't even, like, think about if that's what she wants. She, like, you know what she wants. She wants to be an investigative journalist. So, like, how can she do all that?
That bitch can't do that.
And
You can even get to the side of my story.
I would be in pain otherwise. That's how you get turned into a statue. Stupid daughter.
And her mother, to not be like my brother and his wife, to not be like my mother and my father, but to actually stay together and love each other and care for each other and not be fucking selfish.
Okay, yeah, you can have a healthy parent-child relationship dynamic even though your parents aren't together. Like, I agree, ultimately it's probably best so that your parents are together, but like, your parents can still respect each other, they can still love you. like they can still be good human
And
beings.
not all divorces are like.
Very 10 now a little bit.
See, I loved my daughter's mother. I genuinely fucking loved her. I didn't.
Thought you
But
did.
she didn't love me. She didn't love me. She was using me the whole time. She didn't love me. She was just using me.
Some women do.
She had no. She didn't care about me. She didn't care if I was in
You're also
pain
talking
or if I
about
was
the
suffering
daughter
or if I was unhappy. She didn't give a shit. And she had absolute fucking contempt. I don't care if you leave or if you stay. That was her attitude. I don't care. She had
Probably
the,
fed
I
up
don't
with
give a
your
fuck
shit, Ian.
what you do. You're not important to me. You don't matter.
Probably
If you're not
just didn't
happy,
get the
then fuck
reaction
off.
you wanted out
Don't
of it.
expect me to do anything. Don't expect me to care about you or moderate my behavior in any way or do anything that's motivated by caring about you. She was very clear about that. She didn't care about me at all. I cared about her. And I cared about my daughter. I cared about my family. She didn't care about me at all.
This
And
nigga Ian, dude.
That's
He's
happy
he
that
is hella
you're not
full of shit.
important to me.
It's like his brain won't allow him to realize how he's the problem.
Yeah, it's always
That was
someone
rad.
doing something wrong to him.
Yeah. Like he literally listed out all of the things that she said she won't do if you walk out or whatever the fuck he's talking about. And then he responds with, "Oh, I didn't care. She didn't care about me." Like, bro, you're literally like, all right, you're literally like just in that case. No one can help.
I don't care.
Well, I won't
She
say
had
that.
the, I don't give a fuck what you do.
Right.
You're not important to me. You don't matter. If you're not happy, then fuck off. Don't expect me to do
Damn.
anything. Don't expect me to care about you or moderate my behavior in any way or do anything that's motivated by caring about you.
Yeah.
She was very
Why
clear
would
about
she?
that.
Yeah. What the fuck?
She didn't care about me at all. I cared about her. And I cared about my daughter. I cared about my family. She didn't care about me at all. And I didn't want my daughter to end up like that. I wanted to break that cycle. I wanted her.
What? You wanted to break being independent? You wanted to break autonomy? You wanted to break that out of your daughter so that she, becomes crafty and she could be busy while her fucking husband goes and works for fucking 10 hours a day? What the fuck is this man on about? Actually, what is he on about? Like,
He didn't want his daughter to fucking be herself, bro.
it seems like he doesn't like that from women. He doesn't like that. Like, it's hard not to sound like a, white knighting or whatever the fuck. Or realistically, if you think it is white knighting, you're probably a fucking retard. But like just listen to how this nigga's talking. Like, what do we, dude? It's hard to take your side on any of this when this is how you see, like, the way you speak and your perspective. Like, dude, you don't want women to like talk back. You don't want them to do anything. Like, you really don't. Like, and which is, I mean, baseball cap, sunshades.
To be
That's not surprising.
able to have a life where she falls in love while she's young. She has her honeymoon period where she gets to go and do all her exciting things with her husband during her honeymoon period.
And then gets pregnant and has
And
to take care
then
of kids.
she gets pregnant and they settle down and they raise their family and they stay together. And their kids, my grandchildren,
my grandchildren, because it's all about me, guys.
doing the same thing. And someday my daughter would be with her husband in her 60s and 70s and 80s, surrounded by her children and her grandchildren and her great-grandchildren. And that was what I tried to raise her to be. I didn't raise her to be independent. I didn't want her to fuck.
Oh, well,
Bruh.
he straight up says it, dude.
Wow. That was
Yeah, I just don't want
all
her
the
to be
transparency is just gone. I just didn't want her to ever have any type of autonomy whatsoever.
Dude,
Oh,
alright. This is just a piece of shit on our hands, dude. Like, what are we on about? What are we on about? I didn't want her to be independent whatsoever. A dumb little stupid daughter. Oh, I voted for Harper. Like, what? Dude. This dude. How does it. How does he keep doing it, man? How does he keep doing it? Like, we sit here and we listen to him. And we're like, okay, like, maybe we don't agree, but, like, I can understand what the fuck you're talking about. And then he just hard left 180s, bro. He just changes his mind. Or actually,
I think a lot of time we agree with the premise, but we don't agree with the conclusion.
Yeah, and I'm realizing it's not even him changing his mind. It's just him, like, slowly revealing his thoughts. Like, just in increments. And we're just taking it in bit by bit. So, like, like, we called it. But, I didn't think he was just straight up women shouldn't be independent. Like, that's actually just... That's not even just boomer nonsense. That's actually just... what do you even call that? Like, I want to say incel, but there has to be a word that's worse than incel, right? Like something that is actually, like, by definition more accurate, and just, I guess, well, I mean, misogynist is definitely one at the top. I guess we'll just go with misogynist.
I mean, yeah, misogynist is up there. I mean, honestly, he fucking kind of told us in the very beginning. His first video is called Patriarch. And what did the feminists say they're fighting against? The patriarchy. This nigga might have just been telling from the start.
Like, straight up saying I don't want my daughter to be independent is just crazy work. It's just crazy work.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's just crazy, bro. That's just so crazy to me, bro.
I didn't raise her to be independent. I didn't want her to fucking have an education and a career. I didn't want her to be independent.
What?
I didn't want her to have answers while she was young. I really, really, really wanted to make sure that didn't happen.
What?
It was really important to me that not happen. That she not end up like one of these fucking loser feminists with no fucking kids and no husband, fighting all the fucking time. Getting
As
involved.
you sit here and rant about women in your fucking room all alone. Like, dude, you're so fucking pathetic. You're actually so fucking pathetic.
Okay.
You said what?
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, bro, this thing.
Yeah, bro. Like, actually, just, dude.
An actual loser, bro.
If bro had a career, yeah, it would not be be over.
He had a career, yeah.
Yeah, check it out, bro. He's actually quite a. He's been around, bro. He's got all of these in his portfolio. Yeah, oh yeah, check it out.
Right. All right.
Fire. This is the thumbnail, by the way.
All in politics and pissing people off.
Dude, to say I don't want my daughter to be independent, I don't want her to be educated.
I don't want to be involved in politics. He just wants to live in like this this pre-woman suffrage universe. Just doesn't exist and shouldn't fucking exist ever again.
He wasn't born back when, like, women were as, like, fucking obedient as he's, like, making it out to be. Like, it was something that was breaking off the iceberg, I'll say, like, it's shown generation by generation women have gotten more not dependent, independent over time. So, like, by the time he was born,
there's a little queen running England hundreds of years before he was fucking born. Like, this is not like a new thing for women to be in positions of power, to be educated. It's just that they weren't really allowed to do it. And the women that we learn about are the ones who broke that mold of what the traditional woman was.
Right.
And now women have more access to be these people. And he doesn't like that, I guess.
Yeah, Yeah, straight up, he just doesn't like that. Doesn't like educated, independent women. That's just crazy. That's just crazy to straight up outright say. And like the way you say
Yeah,
it,
he's
it's so
like,
convicted. Like you know he means it. It's not even like not even like on some playing into the bit like I'm a Bill Burr comedian bullshit. Like no, he's literally he's literally just I do not like women. I I fucking hate them. I want to beat the shit out of them. I don't think they should be educated. I don't think they should be independent. So like you think they should hang around you, Ian, while you want to sit there and beat the shit out of them all the fucking time? Is that like I don't understand. Like what should we do here, Ian?
fuck that. I'm gonna beat the fucking shit out.
You sound just like my dad and mom. I'm very sorry, brother. Life is hard. The nigga literally said he doesn't want his children to be independent. You're a fucking buffoon, Real Nighthawk, baby.
I mean, obviously I failed.
Yeah, you did good. What the fuck? And that's how it ends.
Well, obviously I failed.
Yeah, that's a
Honestly, I love when the villain gets his fucking comeuppance. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, dude. Actually, you're a fucking piece of shit.
I hope his
What the
fucking
fuck?
daughter was just getting ran through, actually, because
Well, I don't know how old she is, so I won't say anything like that.
I am going to say that because it's based.
It's Ian Foote based.
Ian likes being based. Yeah, he likes being based. So, yeah.
Honestly, he thinks his daughter is stupid. He won't go to bat for her like Keem Starwell. So maybe he'll agree with you.
Want something funny?
No. Yeah, I do actually.
They were trying
Keeping
to
secrets, you're not good enough for me. Okay.
show people that I don't keep secrets.
Okay. No, you mean why are you saying people? Be real. Why are you saying people? Let's be more
Just say
specific.
who you're talking about.
Yeah. Say what you mean.
I was proud of the fact that I was a guy you could trust to keep a secret.
Why?
That was central to my
They'll work for the fucking CIA.
self-worth, my identity, my happiness. Tried to show people that I don't keep secrets. When the reality is the fucking thing that I was proud of. One of the things I was proud of about myself was that I could keep a secret. That we could go somewhere and we could talk privately. And you could say
I
things
see.
to me.
Okay. That's real.
And you could open up to me.
That's
And I
nice.
wouldn't judge you. And I wouldn't gossip about you.
Thank you.
That was something that I really liked about myself.
Yeah, but people
Was
don't know about
people-
it about you, huh?
Trusted me that I wouldn't humiliate them. I wouldn't take advantage of them. I wouldn't gossip about them. I wouldn't shame them. I wouldn't judge them. That they could be honest with me. They could drop their walls with me and say things to me that they couldn't say to other people, and know that I wouldn't judge them. That I wouldn't embarrass them. That I wouldn't humiliate them. I wouldn't expose them. I wouldn't talk about
It sounds
them.
like a whole bunch of shit he wants to say to women.
If you're having a good time with me, you can fucking relax. Because I'm not going to fucking tell anybody what happens. No, we go out, we have a good
It's
time.
not that, Ian.
I'm not going to go out and gossip about
Test
you.
the statute,
I'm not going
man.
to talk shit about you on your back. I'm not going to fucking try to embarrass you or
Exactly.
humiliate you.
Turn
or
into a
shame you.
statue.
I can keep a secret. I can keep
Okay.
shit to myself.
Okay.
I was always a very private person. A very, very private
Yeah.
person.
Not anymore.
I
Yeah.
wasn't doing anything that I think I should be ashamed of. I don't think I did anything that I should be ashamed of.
You are now, buddy. I'm not gonna lie. You have. You
But I
have
was a very
done.
private
Okay, well,
person.
it's confirmed right now. He doesn't think he should be ashamed of anything that he's done.
Not even the whole chasing the guy in the snow and him calling the cops.
Not even turning.
Not him not,
Oh,
him
okay.
trying to fucking make sure his wife When his wife, his fucking daughter, has no career, no aspirations. He doesn't think any of that shit's bad.
Well, even if it's bad, I don't think I should feel ashamed for it.
Based.
Yeah,
It's my Ian.
it's Ian, all right.
I was always a very private person. I lived with honor.
Do you?
I treated people with respect,
Your
even
perception
the people
of
that
respect?
were beneath me. If I was,
Who? People who were beneath you. Who?
Who's beneath
living
him?
in a nice place
That's
and
what I
had a
wanna know.
nice car
Someone
and
sucking
had
his
a
toes,
fucking
maybe?
six-figure job and nice clothes on, I still treated everybody with respect.
Okay.
They weren't my equals, but I didn't treat them with contempt.
Yeah, he's talking about women 100%.
Absolutely.
There's a difference between treating people with respect
Treating women with respect.
and respecting them.
And respecting women.
You know what I mean?
No, you know, you be on some profound bouts sometimes, but this time you are speaking nonsense.
He
Actually
is.
yapping.
He's speaking actual metaphysical jargon right now.
Truly, bro. That doesn't make a lick of sense. Treating people with respect, but not respecting people. Nah, nigga. Go smoke up. I think you need to hit the wisdom flower or something, because that shit sounds goofy as hell.
Like, if I need help with something, I got a problem, I'm in deep shit. I'm gonna go look for somebody I respect and ask them if they can give me some help with this. I think I'm in over my head here. I really fucking need some help. I'm gonna go talk to someone I respect. But that doesn't mean that I treat everybody else with contempt. You treat people with respect. Even if they're way beneath you, you still treat them with respect. You don't respect them, but you treat them with respect. You could call it courtesy,
I know what you mean, but you should just say it differently.
I guess. You don't treat
I don't
people with
respect you. I'm
contempt.
gonna respect you.
You don't
Yeah.
treat people with contempt.
I kind of understand it, but I just wouldn't say it that way.
You can kill them, but you can't treat them with contempt. If that makes any sense to you at all.
Again? With this killing people shit?
It's always near the end of the video.
Yeah, he tries to like sneak that bullshit in every time.
He has to let
And
it
he
out
waits
at
like
the end.
4.5 minutes. He like spends
He
4.5
keeping it
minutes
in, bro.
looping. He like murder somebody. Like, bro, he either wants to kill someone or has killed someone.
I would say both are on the table. He definitely wants to kill someone. There's a video saying I want to hurt people. He says he wants to beat the shit out of his mom. He wants to beat the fuck out of women. So like this, it's yeah. This is like yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Kill somebody
All right, dude.
before I would treat them with contempt.
All right. Okay.
We're not the same.
Ain't no way he just busted that meme out, dude.
Where he literally said I'm built different. That's insane.
Not to say you
We're not
did.
the same.
We're not the same.
Oh my god, dude. You respect people while respecting people. I would respect people, but I won't treat them with contempt. Or whatever the fuck.
We're not the same.
That joke's not bad. I fucked it up.
You're not good enough for me. You're not good enough for me. You aren't good enough for me.
I'm sorry, Ian. I'll be better. Taking advantage of the poor. 15 minutes. It's called Save.
God,
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The 15-minute videos seem like they just have like hella substance.
There are a lot of people out there that hate me for
There's a lot of people out there that hate me.
trying to make money off the disaster.
Sure.
Honestly, I think these people do hate him, but like I understand why. Like I literally just get why. It's not even that fact that like, oh, everyone hates you. Like no, I get like no, I know why these people hate you. Like if this is truly you, dude, no wonder people hate you. You're an actual piece of shit. Like you're actually not a good person, Ian. You're just straight up not a good person. And I say that as someone who's like chaotic neutral. So like I'm not necessarily good either. So like when I say that, like I'm objectively telling you, like you are like not good, dude. You are not good, bro. That is
For trying to take advantage of people during a disaster and trying to make money off them, calling me a piece of shit and all this stuff. I hired an accountant. I put $200 down to try to get him to fucking sort out my taxes. But then my life went completely fucking sideways and I didn't end up getting money. He just ended up keeping my money. But I was talking to him and I had this idea in my head that if I could go around and build a website, a database, and go around to all the people that didn't have jobs, that were living in homeless shelters, people living in tents, people living in the hotels that had been converted into homeless shelters, that if I went around and talked to these people and I said, look, do you want a job? If you want a job, then tell me all the fucking things that you're able to do, all your experience, your education, your hobbies, anything that you think is relevant that an employer might be able to put you to use. And if there's any limitations, if you're living in a tent and you need certain accommodations to be made for you until you get your first paycheck, for example, like when I get a couple of paychecks, I'll get an apartment. For right now, I'm living in a tent, so you need to fucking cut me some slack, things like that, you know? Not to shame yourself, not to, you know, embarrass yourself. I wouldn't want you to embarrass yourself. If there are accommodations that need to be made for you, then let me know. And I'll see if I can find somebody that wants to hire you and is okay with those accommodations that have to be made. And then once I had this database built and I talked to all the people and I got all the information, that I would talk to people that had money to invest, that I would talk to people that launch businesses, people like Mr. Wonderful from Dragon's Den and Shark Tank, and say, look, I've
Mr.
got
Wonderful.
10,000 people here. This is all their details, how to contact them, what they're good for, what accommodations need to be made, if any. And I got all these people that are desperate. They're like, the economy's in a shambles. They've been saving their entire lives. They're 60 years old. They've got a couple $1 million set away, and that's got to last them until the day they die because they'll never work again. And they want to try to fucking make sure that it doesn't disappear. And they want to invest in businesses that are going to make money. And I wanted to take all these people and put them together and let them make magic. And I envisioned hopefully many businesses. Maybe only one business would launch. Maybe only 20 people would end up getting a job. And everything else was a waste of my time. Maybe 5,000 people would all get jobs. And there'd be like 100 different businesses that would pop up. And I wanted to be paid. I wanted to be paid. I wanted to make money. I wanted to turn my life around. I wanted to do something good and make money and turn my financial situation around while helping all sorts of people. And I wasn't going to con anybody or rip anybody off or take advantage of anybody. I wanted to offer people opportunities and get them working together and producing wealth for themselves and for the people that invested and paid for the tools and shit. This was my plan. And I was hoping that I was going to negotiate a percentage of the businesses that spun up. And I would negotiate that with the people that are investing. That I would put this whole enterprise together and I would get some people with big pocketbooks and lots of money to come in and take over. Because once all these people are all put together, then I just want to fade into the background and fade away. You guys got to I set everything up. I set you guys all up. Run with the ball. I'm out. I set this up. That was my fucking contribution. And I wanted to get paid. How much gotta get paid? That's something that I would have to negotiate. And I would have to negotiate that not with people that need jobs. I don't need to negotiate it with them. I need to negotiate it with the people with the money. Because the people with the money are gonna pay me, and they're also gonna pay the people that they give jobs to, right? Like, so that was it. I wanted.
That's what this bullshit is. That's what this bribe the band bullshit is. It's relying on investments so they can pay bands to come to a certain area. Which, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is probably one of the stupidest fucking business ideas I've ever heard. Like, how could you even ever possibly to get, like, this is not possible by any means. Like, you have to, like, bro, what? Which venues are acceptable, which times are. Okay, you know what? This is a whole rat. But this, I'm pretty sure this is what he's talking about.
I was hoping I could get rich. Maybe even make enough money to buy a house and some land. Who knew? You know, you don't know what's going to happen. You just take your shot and see what happens, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully many businesses. Maybe only one business would launch. Maybe only 20 people would end up getting a job. And everything else was a waste of my time. Maybe 5,000 people would all get jobs. And there'd be like 100 different businesses that would pop up. And I wanted to be paid. I wanted to be paid. I wanted to make money. I wanted to turn my life around. I wanted to do something good and make money and turn my financial situation around while helping all sorts of people. And I wasn't going to con anybody or rip anybody off or take advantage of anybody. I wanted to offer people opportunities and get them working together and producing wealth for themselves and for the people that invested and paid for the tools and shit. This was my plan. And I was hoping that I was going to negotiate a percentage of the businesses that spun up. And I would negotiate that with the people that are investing. That I would put this whole enterprise together and I would get some people with big pocketbooks and lots of money to come in
What exactly?
and take over. Because once all these people are all put together, then I just want to fade into the background and fade away. You guys got to I set everything up. I set you guys all up. Run with the ball. I'm out. I set this up. That was my fucking contribution. And I wanted to get paid. How much gotta get paid? That's something that I would have to negotiate.
That's something
And I would have to negotiate that
with my brain.
not with the people that need jobs. I don't need to negotiate it with them.
Me and my brain just have a conversation about her not acting like that idea.
Because the people with the money are going to pay me, and they're also going to pay the people that they give jobs to, right?
Yeah,
Like,
right, that's
so that was it. I
Right.
wanted to fucking. I was hoping I could get rich. Maybe even make enough money to buy a house and some land. Who knew? You know,
Same.
you don't know what's going to happen. You just
This is the video
Take a
equivalent
shot.
of I don't have a brain, boy. I do have a brain.
they attacked me.
Literally, bro.
They
Just a
fucking
random
said
plan,
such
could be nothing,
horrible
even
things
happen.
about me. They fucking came into my room while I was asleep and pissed on my clothes.
What? Wait.
What the hell? Hold up and pissed in my clothes.
Wait, what? He just, bro. How do you go from I want to set up some random arbitrary ass businesses that I have no actual plan for, and just set it up, and then just have these people run the ship and just leave. They pissed on my
And
clothes.
just
Like,
leave.
I actually don't know how he even got like this. This is what I love about Ian, bro. This is what I love about Ian. I gotta.
Who knew? You know, you don't know what's gonna happen. You just take your shot and see what happens, right? They attacked me. They fucking so
What?
right. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen. You just
Attacked you?
take your shot and see what happens, right?
You talk about homeless people?
They attacked me. They fucking said such horrible things about me. They fucking came into my room while I was asleep and pissed on my clothes.
What?
Talk to me like I'm some piece of shit trying to take advantage of people during a disaster.
Wait. All right. He went from like, is this? Wait, did he actually do this?
It does sound like something he might have done. And based on his anger, it was fairly recently.
Oh, dude. Bro. So, alright, I can't even tell if Ian is just an extremely meta comedian. I can't tell if this is a bit. I actually can't fucking tell. I literally cannot tell. Like, did you actually went to go find a bunch of homeless people? Start some random fucking business about whatever the fuck on some I want to build some enterprise shit and then peace out? On some I wanted to get paid. I wanted, or maybe maybe he got so caught up in the fucking in the scenario that like it's just real for him now. I don't.
I don't even know.
They made me
I don't know
feel
where
really
his story begins
horrible.
and his like fiction that he's crafting in his head like starts sometimes.
True, bro. No, I'm actually at a loss for words
About
with this
myself.
one.
And it prevented me from following through on my plans. Maybe I could have got a whole bunch of people jobs and given them back their dignity. I didn't use the word pride. Did you notice that? I used the word dignity. I wanted to give them back their dignity. And they fucking treated me like shit.
Some random fucking homeless people came into your room and pissed on your clothes? Like, he finds a group of random homeless people and he says, let's start a fucking business. I'm so fucking lost. I'm actually so lost.
Call me a fucking capitalist and all this shit. Bunch of fucking
Aren't you?
bums.
Aren't you proud to be a capitalist or whatever the fuck?
The people that fucking treated me like shit. They're the bums. They're the ones that don't want their dignity.
Bruh, I don't even know what he's talking
They
about
don't
at this point.
want-
I literally don't.
Don't find people that have resources and work together to try to produce value and wealth and to live with dignity. They didn't want to live with dignity.
Who?
The people that attacked me,
The people that attacked you.
they didn't want to live with dignity. They didn't want me to be successful.
Did you tell them you were gonna break their fucking nose?
They didn't want me to have dignity either. They're just
He should
scum.
turn the statue.
But a lot of people saw me as a bad person.
You are. You actually are.
And it just... I don't feel bad. I just feel lonely and depressed.
Yeah, well.
Real.
Yeah, that
Never
was.
said ending was best.
Yeah,
So real, bro.
yeah, bro is speaking facts. Alone, that's where all three of us are heading as a grown ass old man. Old ass man. We're gonna be doing all this shit.
It's at the end,
That's
bro.
fun.
Being real,
Yeah, keeping it real, being based.
being based.
When keeping it real goes wrong, bro.
True, bro. See, the problem is this guy kept it real for the past 20 years. That's what it did to
If it's James.
Absolutely cooked, bro.
bro. I'm excited for this one based off this title.
So Rob Schneider,
Eh?
familiar with the story about how he did a comedy show in Saskatchewan, and they booed him off the stage and canceled his show halfway through and asked him to leave. He was making jokes about trans women and how in the old days we liked our women without penises, and making fun of Justin Trudeau, transphobia, and all that shit. They kicked him out of the show. They put him in the Toronto Sun talking about what a piece of shit he is and how offensive he is and how the organizers don't share his views. Rob Schneider, his father was Jewish, but Rob Schneider's not Jewish. Rob Schneider's a Catholic. Rob Schneider actively declared to the world that he had abandoned Judaism in its entirety and converted to Catholicism. Rob Schneider is not a Jew. Rob Schneider is a Catholic. And I agree with him. And I like him. I like Rob Schneider. I mean, I'm not a religious person, but the fact that he abandoned Judaism and converted to Catholicism and cares about family values, I like Rob Schneider. I agree with you, Rob Schneider.
He's that big old smile on his face at the end. I like Rob Schneider. I agree with Rob Schneider. Oh, he didn't even smile. I imagine that. I imagined him smiling.
I smirked a little bit under that beard.
I don't care about your feelings, okay?
Your feelings.
Alright. Oh.
I don't care about your feelings.
You know what? I don't care about your feelings.
When I say that, what I mean is,
Why not?
your feelings don't affect me at all. Your feelings don't affect me at all. I don't need you to approve of me or to disapprove of me. Your feelings don't affect me. I'm not a piece of shit. I'm not a piece of shit, you know, like, if I have a personal relationship with someone
You don't want them to be independent
and they bring value to my life
by doing what you say.
and we have a mutually rewarding relationship, they bring value to my life, then I'll care about them. If they're important to me, then because I care about them, I will care about their feelings. And I will want to know how to avoid hurting them.
No, you
Because
fucking
it's really
don't.
easy for me to hurt people without even knowing it. It's really easy for me to hurt people without
It's
even
crazy
knowing
how
what I'm
you
doing.
somehow post videos after this one, doubling down. So like,
And I need to be conscious of that. Because I'm not one of
Well,
those
becoming
people
self-aware.
that, like, if you express your feelings to me, I don't give a fuck. That doesn't matter to me.
serious?
Getting what I want. Like, I have feelings. I'm a human being. I have feelings. I have anger and love and hate and fear and sadness and boredom and anxiety,
And I hate one.
just like everybody else. And my feelings are important to me because I have to feel them. I have to feel my feelings, and my feelings are important to me because I have to feel them.
Okay.
And people that are important to me, I'm conscious of the fact that their feelings can hurt them in the same way that my feelings can hurt me. And because I value them, and I value my relationship with them, I try to make a conscious effort to understand how not to hurt them, how not to cause them to feel things.
No, absolutely not.
But it's not because I care about their feelings, because I don't.
Okay.
Like, I don't care about their feelings. If I care about them, then I will not want them to feel pain. I will want them to feel good and see them smile, and not cause them to feel pain and see them angry and hurt and sad. But I don't care about their feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga.
Your feelings are your problem.
Yeah. Nigga, you can't do one without the other. Okay?
Actually, bro.
Yeah, Sarah's
we hit the
nuts.
2 weeks.
15
We hit 2
minutes.
weeks.
Yeah, we hit 2 weeks a few videos ago. Stupid daughter. That's 2 weeks.
Shit.
Alright.
My daughter's
go.
mother,
Fuck, here we go.
supported her through her pregnancy,
But she did.
supported her through her education degree. I supported her through her mental illness, which was caused by her failing to take her thyroid medication because she has no thyroid gland. It was removed because she experienced hyperthyroidism, or thyroid gland was overly developed.
Because women, what's that he's been talking shit about the whole time? Mentally ill? This woman he's been talking shit about this whole time is mentally ill?
Yeah, I don't know. He said mental illness, but I don't know if she's like mentally ill as in like present tense, you know. He said he helped her with, you know, well, I assume previously being mentally ill. But I mean, for being honest, it seems like two mentally ill people who've conceived a mentally ill daughter in a mentally ill environment.
Nuts. And she took a thyroid pill and she went nuts, and I supported her through that too.
She took her thyroid pills and went nuts. Okay.
She cheated on me with this guy.
Suicide pills.
She was working at a call center. I was working as a software developer. I was designing the infrastructure, the command and control system for Clearwater Foods, the lobster guys, the fish guys, all the fucking IT systems that ran their operations. I mean, I'm sure that they've progressed since then. It was a long time ago, but I built all of the fucking systems that run their fucking operations. I was paying for child care. I was paying for our nice apartment. I paid for fucking everything. We were living in the nicest neighborhood in fucking Greater Halifax. And she fucking cheated on me with this fucking lowlife fucking guy. Worked as a manager at a call center.
Not the manager.
And then she ended up moving in with him.
Damn, bro.
And
damn, indeed. Yeah, I told you, bro.
I
told you, bro. This nigga seems like someone who talks like he's been hurt multiple times, and like not just once in high school. And like you follow him, like no, that nigga's been hurt more than once on separate occasions. I wouldn't be surprised if like he just keeps on getting drawn to women who do nothing but cheat on him because they're all the same kind of person. Well, actually got one pregnant. But also, having to be mentally ill because typically a lot of bullshit like that. Mental illness is not too far-fetched of an idea. So I'd be surrounding these people,
This experience, for years I had this experience where I would like talk to women on dating sites. Plenty of Fish, things like that. Lava Life, whatever. Meeting women.
Based in.
I wasn't ready to be in a committed relationship. I was a single father. In the beginning, I had my daughter for a week, every 2 weeks. And her mother
Wait, what?
slowly eroded that down to nothing.
You weren't ready to be in a relationship, but you have a kid? Doesn't that go against your whole traditional family, healthy relationship ideals? Or would you concede to not being in a healthy relationship? Of course you would, right? Because you're not really in a healthy relationship. But, like, isn't, like, the scenario you're in ultimately the one that, you know, I guess it's the one that he failed to avoid, huh? He tried to.
Pretty much.
I guess ultimately a good thing, because, you know, we don't want our daughter being independent now.
And her mother slowly eroded that down to nothing. But in the beginning, I wanted to be out meeting women, having fun, getting laid. You know, like, for a week I'm dad. All my attention, undivided attention, is given to my daughter. That's it. You have all my attention. But then when she's with her mother, I'm not going to just sit around and go, oh, I wish my daughter was here. I'm so lonely. I'm going to go and fucking live the life of a single man, because I am a single man. And if I don't enjoy the rewards of a single man, then I don't get to enjoy any rewards at all. I can't have the rewards of something that I'm not. I can refuse the rewards of what I am, but I can't have the rewards of what I'm not.
Okay, whatever, dude.
Does that
Like,
make sense?
actually getting caught up on some nonsense.
So I'm like meeting women on dating websites and whatnot. And after a while, I got tired of
Christian
the
mingle.
casual thing. I didn't want to do it anymore.
Christian mingle.
And for a while, I just focused on myself.
Not religious.
When my kid was there, I gave her my undivided attention. But when she wasn't there, I just focused on my work. I just focused on making money and writing code. At that point, I was writing the software that does the translations for large multinational drug companies, like Pfizer. All the translations. When Pfizer wants to sell a drug worldwide, and they have to translate everything from the stuff they give the doctors to the literature, all of it, it has to be translated properly. If there's any mistakes, many people could die. If they ship something out to a country and all the doctors and all the hospitals get this thing and there's a mistranslation, many people could die before this mistake is discovered. So it's pretty important that it's done perfectly. And if it's not perfect, then it's worse than wrong. And that's what I was doing with my life at that point, until I was paying my bills. And Sharon came into my life and left my life. And I was working for MTV at that point. My daughter was gone.
You
I
were
was
working
single. I
for
lost
MTV.
my third common law wife. My kid's gone.
Oh, yeah, I was making
My relationship with my
videos.
family completely
Is
just...
that over time?
Making music videos.
Yeah, bro. What? I mean, he said he was a software developer, so I assume. But, like, what the fuck were you, like? I'm so confused.
disintegrated.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
And I'm talking to women on Plenty of Fish. I was working for MTV. I got like 3 monitors, and I got my work on these 2 monitors, and on this 3rd monitor over here, I got my email, I got the messaging system I use to communicate inside the company, and I got Plenty of Fish open, and I'm chit-chatting with women on the internet on my 3rd monitor while I'm doing my work. Just, you know, like making idle conversation to the person next to me, but not riveted on them and ignoring my work, you know what I mean? And I met this woman on there, talked to her on a Monday. Conversation went down to the like, you're not what I'm looking for and I'm not what you're looking for. We clearly understand that. We don't want each other. But then she was like, you want to come over and hang out? And I'm like, it's Monday. I have nothing to do. I was going to go home and be by myself. And watch fucking movies alone. Yeah, sure, I'll come over and fucking hang out with you. It's something to do. And we ended up becoming friends. And we ended up becoming friends with benefits.
Talking about your daughter's
I remember
mom
one
still?
time I was lying in bed with her. We had sex. And
Different woman.
she wasn't my girlfriend.
Oh,
I wasn't her boyfriend. And that was never going to happen. We both wanted
It's just
a
because
boyfriend.
he literally went from like talking to working on doing his work and looking at a fucking computer, and the next thing you know he's just with a woman. So he didn't even like explain how he met her or anything.
And a girlfriend. So we were lying in bed after having sex, and we both had our phones and we're checking Plenty of Fish and checking our messages. It's funny. She showed me her phone and she had like 40 dick pics that had been sent to her that day. And she thought it was hysterical because my dick was bigger than all the dicks in all the pictures. She had 40 fucking dick pics that day from men who wanted to have sex with her.
That's so
And
fucking
she's lying here next to me, and my dick is bigger than all of their dicks. And she showed me. And I'm like, I'm not fucking gay, I'm not perving on their dicks, but I
started
fucking
joking
seen dicks.
it.
I've watched pornography. If you watch pornography, you've seen a dick. I have a dick. I don't.
What?
All of the dicks are smaller than yours. I'm like, yeah, all of the dicks are smaller than mine. What do you think about this
Started
chick?
straight joking my
She's
shit.
crazy. Don't talk to her. Okay. It was that kind of a thing. But there was another thing. I'd have conversations with women on there. They were beautiful. They seemed nice. They seemed attractive. I liked what I was hearing. They seemed to be attracted and excited about me. And then suddenly, they just vanish. Boom.
What?
No contact.
You fucking. Oh.
And
Talking about being ghosted. Damn.
I had this feeling like
It'd be like that.
people were talking shit about me behind my back.
So that might be
And
the schizophrenia paranoia.
I was certain that there was like people talking shit about me behind my back, and I'm talking to these women, and they like me, and I like them, and we've interacted with each other, and we're having conversations, and we're sharing, and opening up to each other, and bouncing back and forth, and they like me. And what was happening was they were going off, hey, I met this guy, look at him, isn't he sexy? He wants to fucking date me, blah, blah, blah. And then these people were like, oh, don't talk to that guy's bad, don't talk to that guy. And that's why they disappeared. And I talked to people about this. I talked to my friends and my family about it. And they were like,
Wait, motherfuckers on Plenty of Fish? Wait, huh? I'm so confused. This sounds like a whole bunch of shit you're making up because girls ghosted you. And you're saying talk to these people, but like, you mean, wait, so every person, I'm so confused. So every person you met on Plenty of Fish? Or just like, did he say something that I didn't hear?
I don't know. I think I might be missing something too.
What the fuck?
you're being paranoid. You're being paranoid, man. Stop being such a fucking narcissist. The world doesn't revolve around you. That kind of a thing.
They told
But when
you
I was
that?
with this, and I was certain that there was like people talking shit about me behind my back, and I'm talking to these women, and they like me, and I like them, and we've interacted with each other, and we're having conversations.
Okay, so I'm just going to assume that this is at the workplace or whatever the fuck you like. 'Cause I he's just leaving out so much
Think he-
context. You think what?
I think he said he was texting these people through the Plenty of Fish app,
Right.
and that's how you met that one chick. Yeah. But then the rest of the shit, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
And we're sharing and opening up to each other and bouncing back and forth, and they like me. And what was happening was they were going off, hey, I met this guy, look at him, isn't he sexy? He wants to fucking date me, blah, blah, blah. And then these people were like, oh, don't talk to that guy's bad, don't talk to that guy. And that's why they disappeared.
That sounds like.
And I talked to people about this. I talked to my friends and my family about it, and they were like, "You're being paranoid. You're being paranoid, man. Stop being such a fucking narcissist. The world doesn't revolve around you. That kind of a thing."
Yeah, because if you're meeting these people on Plenty of Fish,
But when I was
do you
with
think
this
anyone's gonna go out of their
woman,
way?
Sarah,
Like, dude.
she told me that she worked in the call center that my daughter's mother and her boyfriend Paul worked at, and that this Paul guy had been going around this call center, and this call center had more than 100 people working there, and people come and go, and he's going around telling people that I'm like a fucking domestic abuse, rapist type of shit about me. That I had done all this fucking horrible things to my daughter's mother. And I was a piece of shit.
Did
And
you,
that
bro?
because he was working as a manager in a building more than 100 people, and people are rotating.
Your daughter hates you. Like, bro. So, your daughter's mother's boyfriend, or husband, or whatever the fuck, is going around telling people, do not associate with you because you are a bad person and you have done bad things to your daughter's mother. But you're over here on your YouTube channel saying, I want to beat the shit out of women. Stupid daughter. Women shouldn't be independent. Like, all this fucking nonsense. Bruh. It just keeps going with this guy. Like, it actually doesn't stop. And we have so much more, too. So, like, it's like,
Hitting
bruh.
in and out. He had the opportunity to trash my name and spread slanderous lies about me to hundreds and hundreds of people behind my back. And I'm sitting there living my fucking quiet private life, doing my computer programming, having a small circle of friends and family that I associate with, and being happy and whatnot, and trying to meet fucking women, and that all along I was right. That this feeling that I had, that something's going on. Sarah told me that she worked in the call center and that she had heard all these horrible things about me. That many, many, many people had heard.
Dude, you know what this feels like? You met a chick who realized you were unhinged and could put ideas in your head. Because the idea that you just met, like, so you must have not met this person on Plenty of Fish then. Because if you met them on Plenty of Fish, then, like that's just kind of wild to me that, like, everyone on Plenty of, is there not a lot of people on Plenty of Fish? Everyone's talking about Ian? I'm so confused here.
Horrible things about me.
Nah, so I don't even know.
Oh.
Like, what the fuck, nigga?
Yeah. He's just a bunch of contradictions. He's full of a lot of his shit.
But that she
I don't know.
judged people herself. She was the kind of person that she doesn't pay attention to what everybody's saying. She spends time getting to know somebody and talking to them and feeling them out. And she gets to know people herself and doesn't just go by what all the fucking gossip is. But she told me that this was real. That I wasn't paranoid, I wasn't crazy, I wasn't a narcissist. That this was really happening. And it had been happening for a very long, long time. I was so fucking grateful to her.
Yeah, I'm interested in what interactions allowed for her to realize that you're not such a bad guy. You know, like, how did you end up fucking this chick in particular who worked at the, like, bro, I just want so much more context to all these stories, because he's just throwing them out there, and it's just like, bro, all I have is more questions. So many questions with all your stories, Ian. So many.
You have no idea how grateful I was to her. I'll tell you how grateful I was to her.
Oh, Yeah.
When I left
I
Halifax,
didn't have an idea.
I intended to go to Brazil and try to find myself a Catholic woman to be my wife and have some more kids, buy some land, and have a
What?
house, and create a stable
Just
place
gonna try to
that my
find a
daughter
Catholic woman.
would always
that
be
Brazil.
welcome at, and to make myself financially successful and have the family lifestyle. And I didn't want to sell my possessions. I didn't want to be sitting there with a bunch of things that I had spent a lot of money on, or things that have personal value to me, and try to have some guy try to talk me down from $10 to $5. I was like, I'd rather burn my stuff than fucking sell it at a fucking yard sale and have these fucking people paw over it and give me fucking pennies for things that had fucking great value to me and cost me a great deal. So I gave Sarah every single fucking thing I owned. I said, I'm giving you everything I own.
What?
Sell the things that you can for whatever price you can. Pay someone to take the rest of it to the dump. My daughter's toys, give them to your daughter. She had a daughter, and she was sick, and she needed medicine, and she couldn't afford to buy medicine, and she was in this fucking horrible situation where she was having a hard time with work because she was sick, and she needed medicine to be healthy so that she could work, but she was really fucking in a bad place, and I saw that she was selling her daughter's toys on Facebook Marketplace. And I said, I'm giving you everything I have. All my worldly possessions are yours. My daughter's toys, give them to your daughter.
A random
Don't sell
woman,
your
bro?
daughter's toys on Facebook Marketplace to buy medicine. My daughter is gone.
I don't even know which women he's
And I'll
talking
never
about at
see
this
her
point.
again, and she won't be
Sarah.
back for her toys. And I'd rather give her toys to you, and so you can give them to your daughter.
Don't know where
And
Sarah
all my stuff,
came. I don't know if you
sell
met her
it.
on Planet
buy
Earth
yourself some
or you
medicine.
met her at the call center.
Be well,
I don't know
I'm
if you worked
really
at the call
grateful
center.
to you.
Like, I'm so confused.
because you were honest with me. And because you were honest with me, I'm giving you everything I own.
Dude, just do crack.
And then I left Halifax.
And then you left Halifax. So how did you come about all the shit you have now? You just have a lot of money.
I gave that woman all my worldly
You
possessions
might. Software developers make a lot of money.
because I was grateful to her,
Yeah.
because she was honest with me. If my daughter ever sees this video, that's where your toys are. I gave them to a little girl who was a single mother, whose mother was sick, and selling her toys.
A little girl.
That's
was
where
a
your
single
toys
mother
went.
whose mother was sick.
If that makes you feel good about the fact that I didn't throw your toys in a dumpster.
I don't think that's gonna necessarily make your daughter feel any better about everything else. But dude, is that another one?
Worth a shot.
Yeah.
It did 22 minutes ago.
We should as much as I want to watch it, we gotta tease ourselves. We gotta catch up before it just keeps going, man. Oil, dude, they just keep getting longer.
Yeah, it makes
Africa.
short ones and he makes like these super long ones.
Yeah. Alright, well, the fuck is he gonna talk about oil?
Have you ever taken the time to imagine what the country would be like if Stephen Harper had gotten elected and they had built that oil pipeline and developed the oil sands project? Have you ever thought about it? Justin Trudeau got elected in 2015. That was 9 years ago. That pipeline would have been supplying energy, oil, electricity, natural gas, telecommunications. It would have went from the Pacific Ocean in British Columbia, crossing through the Rocky Mountains into Alberta, where all the oil sands are, all the oil pulling out of the ground, and that pipeline would have went all the way across the prairies, all through Ontario, through Quebec, to New Brunswick, where it would connect with the Bay of Fundy and the oil refineries in New Brunswick, and it would have carried natural gas from the Atlantic Ocean, where it's all being pulled out of the ocean floor. All of this natural gas, oil, and electricity, and telecommunications, that would be there. And we wouldn't be buying coal anymore. We wouldn't be buying foreign oil anymore. We would have production domestically enough to supply all of the energy needs of Canada, all of the energy needs of the Canadian citizens, and all of the energy needs of Canadian industry. And we would have been able to export our excess energy on the world market. We wouldn't be going into debt. The idea of doing what the Liberals do, borrowing money for programs to stimulate the economy, that would not happen. If the government wanted to stimulate the economy, they would be able to do so by reducing the tax on energy. And as far as global warming is concerned, instead of being a relatively small population of people making a gesture, we would be people that we don't buy dirty energy from foreigners. That would be what Canada is. We don't buy dirty energy from foreigners. We produce.
What? Buy energy? Am I?
Oh no.
What?
He's just like ranting and raving.
Is he talking about? Oh, he's talking about oil. We don't buy oil. We don't buy oil from. That's just a funny way to put it. Calling it energy. It's just weird.
Produce our energy domestically, and we hold ourselves to the standards that we as a nation decide, and that's how we set an example for the world, and that's how we fight global warming, and that's how we fight to protect the environment. We
That was a whole bunch
have
of not
strict controls over the quality of our energy, and then we ship that to the world market, and we can undermine the dirty energy production of foreign nations.
What?
If we wanted to stimulate our economy, drop the taxes on energy. Boom. Suddenly, if you have an idea, then you got lots of fucking energy. All you got to do is automate it, mechanize it, use your brain, find ways to be intelligent. Take all this fucking free energy, find ways to use it. Ramp shit up, ramp shit up, fucking get this shit fucking really moving. Can you imagine
Here, he's trying to pull some
what
motherfucking
Canada will be
megaphone
like
shit,
today?
bro.
This is like Canada is on its way to being a third world nation, if it isn't already. There are people living in fucking tents in all the major cities in Canada. People live in poverty. The lines at the food bank go around the block, down to the end of the block and around the corner. People rely on charity just to feed themselves. This is a fucking hellhole. And it's too late now. Like, the oil sands project kaput. All the moneyed interests that wanted to fucking put money into developing it
Awfully sounds like
all the
he's been
fucking
going
negotiations
off the
between all these various interested parties, all these powerful representatives of
There's another two that
corporate
dropped
entities
right
and
after.
groups and tribes and all this.
Actually,
It's all fell apart.
this is the most unhinged
It's all,
shit
it's
to
too
follow
late.
it
You
up.
can't go back. You can't, like, oh, well, let's fix it. You can't. If you try to fix it now, you'd have to start not from where it was when we fucking abandoned it. We'd have to start from where it was when the whole thing was started in the very beginning. I mean, you know, Canada as a fucking people, we fucked up. And we really, really fucked up. The poverty and suffering that fucking jackass Justin Trudeau caused.
I voted
Because
for Harper.
you, my fellow Canadians, gave him the power to do so. It makes me
Ooh.
fucking feel sick inside. It really makes me feel
Justin
sick
Trudeau.
inside. I voted for Stephen Harper.
There it is.
I voted.
No, I came
violated
back.
my principles when I voted for Stephen Harper.
I voted
I
for
wanted to
Harper.
leave Canada. I don't believe in democracy the way that it is now.
The way
As far
that
as
it
I'm
is
concerned,
now.
if
What
I
the fuck does that
go
mean?
in there and I vote, then it's like I got 100 people in a room. We got to figure out how we're going to make a decision about what's going to happen next, how we're going to work together. We're all in a room. We're all working together, and we're going to decide what the plan is. And we can have different opinions about what the plan should be. But once we decide what the plan is, we're not going to fucking go, oh, I didn't get what I want, so I'm going to undermine everybody. I didn't get what I want, so I'm going to go around fucking sabotaging people because I'm fucking pissed off that I didn't get my own way. You know, like,
We're not
if you
going to do
participate
that?
in a fucking democracy and you fucking have this fucking vote on how things should go, and you lose, you have to
You
fucking
lose?
accept put your sour grapes aside, accept that this is what the plan is.
You do the same fucking thing when you vote in a leader, you dipshit. What? Am I fucking? Is this real life right now? Is this real fucking life? Like, he's not even arguing that there's no better option. Like, they're both are bad options.
And I might think that this is a dumb plan, but sabotaging people is not going to make things even better. It's only going to make it worse. So I'm going to fucking do the best I can to make this plan successful. You know, like, that's what a democracy is for me. You know, that's how I feel. That it's immoral for me to go in and vote if I don't feel wholeheartedly that I'm part of a team. And I don't feel like part of a team. I always
Because
wanted.
people don't do what you say. What would make you feel like you're part of a team? Like, what do you mean like, even the terminology that you use is fucking stupid, because it's not a fucking team. It's a Democratic Party. Like, what the fuck are, like, I understand, like, the sides angle, but, like, it's not a fucking team. Like, this is not like a fucking, like, this is we're talking about the benefit of our, like, I guess, you know, he lives in Canada, but, like, when it comes to this is how to make the country better. It's not a fucking team. It's not a sport. Like, that is, like, that literally, like, undermines its value so much, calling it a fucking team. Like, that's so fucking dumb. Like, I don't understand that. 750. Okay.
To fucking be multinational. I never wanted to be chained to one country. I'm stuck here, trapped here. I never wanted to be trapped in one country. That was always important to me. To diversify by being able to say, you know what, this country's going to shit. I'm going to move in that. I'm gonna go live in that country. This country's going to shit. That country's fucking back up. I'll go back there. That was important to me. To maintain enough freedom that I wouldn't be fucking trapped in this democracy or that democracy. So when I say I voted for Stephen Harper, that was the first time I ever voted. And it was actually a violation of my principles to vote at all. But I looked at Justin Trudeau and I thought, if compromising my principles in some small way contributes to stopping this man from being put in a position of power, then I'm gonna compromise my principles, because this guy is fucking fucked in the head. This guy is fucked in the head. He's gonna choose his cabinet based not on choosing the most qualified person for this important job. He's gonna choose the people in his cabinet based on balancing the number of tits with the number of testicles. He has to be stopped. Makes me sick. Makes me sick that I fucking live in this country with these people and participate in democracy with these fucking people. That I'm trapped by.
Truly the duality of man. Yeah. Truly.
That's actually that's such a that's such a funny fucking line. Balancing the that's so fucking
By
funny.
these fucking people.
What the fuck?
Tortured by these fucking people.
Tortured.
If I had a fucking brain in my head, I would just get up, put my
If I had a
backpack
fucking
on,
brain in my head.
and go fucking walk south.
Maybe he is self-aware.
Oh, what? Yeah, probably, bro. He just
Into the
knows
States.
He just knows that shit.
Somewhere where there's a bunch of forest. Make myself a ghillie suit. Crawl across that fucking place where they fucking cut down all the trees and they got drones and satellites watching it. And just make a beeline for South America. If I manage to make it to Mexico, I'm sure I can get on a
Why
boat
for South
and
America?
get the fuck off the continent.
Oh, bro, that's to go through America first.
I fucking hate
That's
it
his
here.
plan, bro.
I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, Ian just that wasn't too bad. Honestly, it was a bit long, but it wasn't that bad. Let me keep doing the thing. Rich white men.
When I was in my early 20s,
Oh,
after I got in the car accident and
you got in a
was
car accident. Early 20s.
discharged with honor from the military and left the university,
Discharged with honor.
I spent years
Oh, that's where you got
being
the money to live.
entrepreneurial, doing sales jobs and trying to position myself where I had as much as possible. I wanted to be paid for results. I wanted to be in a position where I could take time for myself when I needed to or wanted to. And there wouldn't be a problem with that, because if I'm taking my time for myself, my boss doesn't have to pay me anything. And as long as I don't go too far with it, then he doesn't care. As long as I get the results, then he doesn't care. As much as possible, I wanted to be in a position where I could work hard and be resourceful and find new, better ways to do things, to be able to not do things the way that everybody around me was doing them, but to do things the best way and to deliver higher than normal results and to be paid more and to be given more leeway to do things my own way. That was the type of environment that I wanted to be in. That was the kind of life that I lived. And I spent a lot of my time talking to and mentoring myself to and learning from and asking questions and having conversations with rich white men. I wanted to be a
Okay.
rich white man. I mean,
Okay.
everybody that has an opinion about rich white men either wants to be one, wants to sleep with one, or hates them. Those are when you say rich white man, you get one of three reactions if you get a reaction. You might get no reaction. There are some people that just don't give a shit about such things. They think such things are ridiculous and beneath them. They do practical work and they can't be bothered fucking talking about such silliness. They got work to do.
Okay,
Responsibilities.
Move on.
But when you say rich white men and you get a reaction, it's either going to be, I want to be a rich white man, I want to sleep with a rich white man, or I hate rich white men.
You just said that.
I want to be a rich white man.
He's cooking.
You know what the thing about it is in today's modern world?
Oh man.
It doesn't matter if you're white. You don't have to be white to be a rich white man.
Right.
You have to do.
Days, bro. Trump is a rich white man. I mean,
and then you can
Kanye.
be a rich white man too, even if you're not white. And really, even if you're not a man.
I'll be a rich white man.
You can be a woman, and you can be a black woman, and still be a rich white man.
Bro. It's about the
But you can't be a black woman who hates rich white men and be a rich white man. You can't be defending people from rich white men if you want to be a rich white man.
Stop
if you're a
speaking
black
in
woman,
analogies, old man.
you can be a rich white man. But you have to stop standing up.
He just needs to drop it already.
Dude.
He's like, here's the thing about rich white men. And another thing. Like, over and over and over again.
He's gonna loop again and he's gonna be like, yeah, no, like this whole video is just him repeating this. Bro, he unironically just said the sentence, if you're a black woman, you can still be a rich white man. Like, and he meant that shit, bro. He actually meant that shit. I love this nigga, bro. I love and hate
For
this
black
nigga,
women.
bro.
And be a for black women.
What?
But you have to stop standing up for black women.
What?
And
Wait.
even if you're not a man, you can be a woman, and you can be a black woman, and still be a rich white man. But you can't be a black woman who hates rich white men and be a rich white man. You can't be defending people from rich white men if you want to be a rich white man. If you're a black woman,
Okay.
you can be a rich white man. But you have to stop standing up for black women.
Let him cook.
Be interested in talking to rich white men and hearing the stories of how they do what they do and how they got to be where they are and what they should do, what you should do, and how you can like mentor yourself with them and be actively involved in what they're doing. And do like I said, like position yourself where you're being paid for your results and you're thinking outside the box and you're doing things your own way and you're finding the way that's best, the way that works, and you're being resourceful and intelligent and industrious.
So you're saying what, like an ideal lifestyle is to live like a rich white man? That's like
I think so.
Even if you're not like, if you're not a man, you can still be a rich white man. If you're not black, if you're not white, you can still be a rich white man. If you're a black woman, you could be a rich white man, but you can't defend black women. Yeah, bro, is honestly got the stir fry smelling real good up right now.
And you don't screw people over, because if you get a reputation for screwing people over, then nobody will talk to you anymore. It's very trendy to hate rich white men. And there's lots and lots of sexy young women who would be sexy young women
What?
if they didn't have a fucking attitude.
There
You know,
are.
Not
there's
this
lots
good
and
again.
lots of there's the women that hate rich white men with the blue hair and the signs, and then there's the women that want to sleep with rich white men. I wanted to be a rich white man and marry a woman who wants to sleep with a rich white man and have her stay beside me for the rest of her fucking life because she was living well and her children and grandchildren were going to inherit what I had accumulated. So why the fuck would she ever want to cut me down? You know what I'm saying? Rich white men. Part of my problem was that I didn't want to win the respect of the community. I wasn't interested in winning the respect of the community. I don't care about the community because I don't consider myself part of the community. I don't own a house here. I don't own property here. I don't have a wife. I don't have kids.
Yeah, you have a dog.
All I'm really interested in is making enough money to get the fuck out of here.
She's an accountant.
I
Getting a
forgot
job, a
it.
stable job, and settling in the community and making friends and all that kind of stuff has no interest whatsoever for me because I don't want to live here. Winning the investing the time and energy into winning the respect for community.
Right.
Why? I don't want to live here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a shit about the respect of the community.
I cannot
Getting
notice
to know
it.
people, showing them that I care about them because I don't.
If you slept,
Money.
Bro.
You talked about
He just needs to move his
how I should
hand.
get a woman with an education and a career who can help me pay my bills and shit. And it's just like,
there it goes again.
I don't want to live here. I don't want to live here. I don't want to be a part of this community. I don't want to live here.
Dude, I'm actually fucking crying right now.
It's like every 5 seconds he just plays.
He's just like, oh, I don't want to live here anymore. It's just boom. Oh shit, dude. I can't tell if like he's been doing that this whole entire time just as frequently, or if it's
He
just,
has.
like...
He has.
I don't know how I'm just now noticing that shit, but I can't not notice it anymore. It's so distracting.
So, the idea of meeting a woman with an education and a career
That's another one.
that she's
That's gonna be a
attached
big
to, and she's got a busy life of her own, and she's settled and stable and happy where she is. I don't have any desire to have anything to do with her. I don't want her. She's not what I'm looking for. She's not what I'm looking for.
Oh, I expected one more. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
One more for the road, you know?
Actually, I don't know what that was about. He said something about fucking. He doesn't want to live here anymore. Oh, all right. That was fuck. Oh, man.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you for providing us with Bill Burr kind of laughs. Only
Honestly,
trust Ian to give you that Bill Burr style comedy. Loneliness. I don't see you as okay. Woman,
I've never made friends by socializing with people. I've never been the kind of person that enjoys going out to a party or an event or a concert or anything like that, and getting to know people and talking to people and making friends and socializing and exchanging contact details and making plans to meet up later or something like that. I've never done that. For me, it was always honor groups. All the friends that I ever had, all the social connections that I ever had, they all came from me joining honor groups. And truth be told, I was never really much interested in getting to know the people in my honor group. Whatever my honor group was, I never wanted to have a relationship with them outside of the group. Whether it was when I was on the St. John Lance Brigade, or when I was on the wrestling team, or if I was taking salsa lessons, or if I was in capoeira, any of the many things that I did. I never really wanted to get to know any of those people outside of the group. It's like I go to the group, we work together, we're collaborating towards something. There's a reason why we've gathered, and we're here in pursuit of the reason. We're gathered for a reason, the reason exists, and it's what drew us all together. And we collaborate, cooperate, and talk to each other and socialize in the pursuit of the purpose of the honor group. And then we go our separate ways. And we'll see you next time we gather in our honor group. But I've never really had an interest in forming a connection outside the honor group. I never really connected to people. Not really. I've always been I never really had very many friends. Now I don't have any friends. But it's just like, I guess I just don't like people. I just don't like people. I find them tiresome and boring, and I don't enjoy their company. It's very rare that I find somebody that I actually like. Most of the time, like, honestly, I'm a human being. I have social needs like everybody else. I get out, I walk outside of my place because I'm lonely and going stir crazy from isolation and loneliness. But all I really do is walk around. If I fucking go up and talk to people, like there's people around the neighborhood that I see that I like. If there's a group of people that are just standing outside because they're lonely and they're chit-chatting and having a cigarette, I'll like walk up and I'll stand there for like the 5 minutes to smoke a cigarette, and then I'll just be like, I can't stand this. This is so fucking boring. This is so boring. It's like 5 guys standing in around and they're not doing anything. If there's 5 guys that are working on a car, or 5 guys that are working in the garage, or 5 guys that are working on something, then I can like, we're all working on something, and our attention's on what we're fucking there doing, and we make idle chit chat and socialize, and we talk to the guys that are beside us. We don't look at each other and talk. We talk to the people beside us as we're working on things, you know, like, I can hang around for something like that. But if it's just people sitting around bored, standing in a circle, I'm just like, I can't do this. I'm here 5 minutes. I can't do this. I need to take a walk. I gotta get out of here. I gotta stretch my legs and stretch and exercise and move. Like, I can't do this. I'm so, like, you people are so fucking boring. You're so fucking boring. I go back inside because I'm sick of them already. They're so boring. I go back inside and I'm lonely. I go back outside and I'm bored. I try to socialize with people because I'm so fucking lonely, but I can't because they bore the fucking shit out of me.
They're all boring.
And I'm just like falling apart. It's fucking falling apart.
I try to just boredom. It's their job. You guys are boring. I'm not gonna try. You guys fucking are boring as shit. I
Yeah,
don't
fuck.
give a fuck. Or you just cut out.
Could pick this up tomorrow.
It's good, bro. We could put it on pause. I do want to get like
Yeah,
either
hopefully it
these
doesn't
last
upload
two
like
right here,
20
though.
videos.
True. Let's
Oh yeah, we
finish
could do
the
last.
Because I
Yeah.
don't see you as human beings and women I can't control. Like women I can't control. I mean, I'm interested in hearing this one.
Oh, you gotta lock in for that one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't see you as human beings anymore.
I don't see
Okay.
human
Yeah,
beings.
when Ian says that shit, it makes me think that he's gonna fucking shoot up a school or something.
Dude, I would not put it past him. Like, actually, look at bruh, I don't see you as human beings anymore. Like, alright. I don't even know who he's talking about. He must be talking about the comment section or something.
There's a surprising number of women out there. I genuinely believe that they liked me and they wanted to have relationships with me. And they had this misguided idea in their head that if they stood up to me and showed that they were strong enough to stand up to me,
That
that
you
they
would
would
beat
be
the
able to
fucking shit out of
define
him.
the tone of our relationship. They would win my respect. That I would treat them the way they want to be treated. That good things were going to happen for them. And if I loved them, that that this was all going to work out. They all had these like games, power games. And I severed my relationship with them. Every single fucking one. Every single time. That this was all gonna work out. They all had these
What?
that they would be able to define the tone of our relationship. They would win my respect. That I would treat them the way they want to be treated. That good things were gonna happen for them. And if I loved them, that this was all gonna work out. They all had these like games, power games. And I severed my
rambles and
relationship
he
with
just
them.
stumbles into a
Every
different
single
fucking topic.
fucking one. Every single time.
Also forgot to mention his room in the
Stand
background.
up to me.
They got workers.
And
Oh, why he's been rambling so much.
keep themselves communicating through the internet, or they won't go anywhere private with me. They want to stay somewhere public, trying to control the communication, trying to control where to meet, and just like I severed my relationship with all of them.
Women I can't control or women who play power games. I'm so all right, Ian.
Oh, like Game of Thrones. Like Game of Thrones.
Right, because he's gotta own these bitches. A very warped perception of relationships. Yeah, he does. Yes, he really fucking does. Like they're playing games with you and shit, and then it's like you break up with them every single fucking time. I mean, it sounds like you're the problem every
Always
single
their
time,
fault.
Yeah. Or he's not
Just
saying
zero. Absolute zero. Accountability.
Yeah, bro. He breaks up with them every single fucking time. What a buffoon, man. What a buffoon.
But I love Ian.
Yeah. I love this guy's presence. He's definitely giving us something to do. That is 100% for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we could pick this up tomorrow.